Some places do not call us only once, they wait for us. Months ago, I walked through this forest with my camera in my hand. I believed I was simply recording the trees, the water, the pathways, and the peaceful sounds surrounding me. But I did not realize that this forest was also recording a part of my journey. Today I returned to this same place. The path looked familiar. The leaves whispered the same gentle language. The tree stood exactly where I remembered them. But I was not exactly the same person. This morning I pressed the button and began my very first live stream forest walk. Wow, I was not completely prepared. Imagine. Everything did not happen the way I had imagined, but I did it. And you know what? Sometimes that is where a new beginning starts. Not when everything's perfect, but when we finally find the courage to take one perfect step. As I look at this pathway, I think about all the roads we travel without knowing where they will lead us. When I filmed these images, I could not see what was waiting ahead. Soon afterward, my creative journey was interrupted, and a door I had been walking through suddenly closed. For a while, I wondered what would happen to everything I had created. But a closed door does not always mean that the journey is finished. Sometimes it simply directs us toward another path. Look at this bridge. A bridge does not remove the space between two places, it helps us cross it. Our difficult seasons can become bridges too. They carry us from who we were toward the person we are slowly becoming. The crossing may feel uncomfortable. We may not understand it while it is happening, but every step is still taking us somewhere. Water never waits us until the path is perfect before it begins to move. When it meets a stone, it flows around it. When a branch falls across its way, it searches for another opening. It does not waste its strength fighting everything it encounters. It simply continues. For a long time, I believed that strength meant holding everything together, never slowing down and never allowing anything to disturb my plans. But nature teaches us different kind of strength. Sometimes strength means bending without breaking. Sometimes it means resting without giving up. And sometimes it means accepting that the new path may look completely different from the one we originally imagined. The water does not feel ashamed when it changes direction. It understands that changing direction is not the same as losing its destination. Perhaps we can give ourselves that same permission. A forest path is rarely perfectly straight. There are rocks, roots, shadows, and unexpected turns. Some parts are easy to walk, others require us to slow down and carefully choose where to place our feet. Our lives are like that too. Healing is not a straight line. Growth is not a straight line. Some days we feel strong and hopeful. On other days, we return to the same fear, the same sadness, or the same doubt we thought we had already left behind. But returning to an old feeling does not mean that we have failed. We may be standing in a familiar place, but we are looking at it with new eyes. Months ago, I may have noticed only the beauty of this forest. Today, I notice the courage hidden in every step. I notice the strength required to return. And I understand that beginning again does not erase the journey we have already traveled. It honors it. There are bright places in this forest, and there are places where the trees block the sunlight. We naturally welcome the light, but we often become afraid when the path grows dark. Yet, the strongest roots grow beneath the ground in a place where no one can see them. The invisible part of the tree is what allows it to stand through the wind and the rain. Our quiet seasons can feel invisible too. We may wonder whether our work matters. We may question whether our dreams are still growing. We may look around and believe that everyone else is moving while we are standing still. But seeds do not make noise before they break through the ground. A silent season is not always an empty season. Something may be taking root inside you. Okay, patience, wisdom, courage, or a deeper understanding of who you truly are. Just because other people cannot see your progress does not mean that you are not growing. This morning, I could have waited. I could have told myself that I needed a better plan, perfect words, a stronger beginning, or more confidence before doing my live stream. There will always be another reason to wait. But courage does not always arrive looking like confidence. Sometimes courage is a nervous hand pressing a button. Sometimes it is an uncertain forced sentence. Sometimes it is continuing after the beginning does not go as planned. My first live stream may not have been perfect, but it was real. And that real, imperfect beginning taught me more than another day of waiting ever could. We are often kinder to nature than we are to ourselves. We do not criticize a young tree because it is not yet tall. We do not blame a flower because it needs more time to bloom. So, why are we so impatient with our own growth? Every beginning deserves patience, including yours. Perhaps you are watching this after experiencing your own disappointment. Maybe a dream was interrupted. Maybe something you worked hard to build did not develop the way you hoped. Maybe life forced you to stop when you wanted to continue. You do not need to make a grand and perfect return. You, Your new beginning can be small. It can be one walk, one decision, one phone call, one prayer, or to simply one quiet promise to yourself. It can, it can simply be the moment when you say, I am willing to try again. Look at the tree around us. Some are tall, some are small, some are straight, while others bend in unusual directions. And yet every one of them belongs here. The forest does not compare them. Its beauty exists because each tree has been allowed to grow in its own way. You also deserve the freedom to grow in your own way and at your own pace. You are not required to follow someone else's timeline. The woman who recorded this walk months ago did not know what was coming. The woman who returned to this forest today understands something that she did not understand then. An interruption is not always an ending. The same forest can hold a completely new meaning. An older video can carry a new story. And a dream that once became quiet can find its voice again. The truth is what life will not always wait until we feel ready. Peace does not come only after every problem has been solved. Sometimes peace meets us in the middle of uncertainty, while we are still walking, still learning, and still finding the words. This forest does not promise us a path without obstacle. It simply reminds us that beyond every fallen branch, something is still growing. If you feel behind listening to the leaves, you are not late. You may simply be becoming. If you are afraid to begin again, let this walk be your sign. Return quietly, return imperfectly, return at your own pace. A beginning does not need to be perfect. It needs your yes. Today I said yes to doing my first life work. And now I am saying yes to sharing this older journey with a completely new meaning because the images may come from the past, but the message belongs to today. You can pause without giving up. You can change direction without losing yourself.